Hello folks, this is Gwave here, and we're back with another Spyro 1 Reignited Trilogy. Now, we are at the final level of the game, and this is the final world. This is where we're going to fight Gnasty Gnorc at. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, there's going to be nothing but Gnorcs in this video, like in this level. Unlike the other levels where they had like the Gnorcs, but they also had other monsters Gnasty created, this world only has the Gnorcs. Fun fact, the world that Gnasty lives in used to be a dragon junkyard. Like, yeah, so basically that's Gnasty's home, a junkyard. Oh shoot, forgot I can't charge those. Yeah, the TNT boxes, you can't charge them. You only charge the metal ones. Sorry guys, if you heard noise, that was my mother. She was trying to tell me something. Which is good. Which is good. You know, always listen to your moms, guys. She was just reminding me something. Look, we freed that dragon.
I expect Gnasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Gnorc boots if I were him.
Yeah, you see, that's what I meant in last episode. Like, we freed that dragon in the dream world. And so that's what I mean, that this world, Gnasty, he just recaptured a bunch of dragons that we freed already. So yeah, the TNT boxes you gotta be careful with. You gotta make sure that you don't hit them. Yeah, unlike Crash Bandicoot, Spyro can't jump on the TNT boxes. Checking my timer. See, look, we freed that one in the beginning.
I thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
Yeah, Spyro said that in the original game. Again, it's really hard to remember that Spyro is voice acted by Tom Kenny, the same guy that voices SpongeBob. Hahaha. Oh, did that too early. Good thing there are rats here. The key. Alright, might have not got all the gems, but again, that's what 100% runs are for. And they make it clear that you don't have to do the full game. Like, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. They still give you an ending in that if you win. Yeah, I love these Gnorcs with the miniguns. Fun fact, back in the original Spyro game, they just shot bullets, but because, like, Activision didn't want to, like, you know, make them show guns and that, they decided to change all of that. But I don't get it. They show Pinstripe from Crash Bandicoot with his Tommy gun and it shoots out bullets. Why not that? Why not the Gnorc? Because it wouldn't match, like, you know, the goofy, masterful world of Spyro. See, look, it just shoots out jelly. But it's still good either way.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Another dragon we saved already. Seriously, I really like how the Gnorcs are all dressed like commandos here.
Be on the lookout for Gnorc commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
Now that's the spirit, Spyro. Get these gems. Ooh, extra life. Hmm. Gems, gems, gems. Like I said before, the gems play a much greater role in the sequel game. And look at that, a hidden extra life. Like, yeah, like these games you're just collecting the gems so Gnasty can't create more monsters. That's right. The Gnorcs are the only monsters that are just normal and part of Gnasty's army. The other monsters like Toasty, like the bosses like Toasty, Dr. Shroop, and Metalhead, Blowhard, and Jarkus, they were all created by Gnasty as well as their minions, but the Gnorcs are the only minions that belong to Gnasty 100%. Oh yeah, here we go, guys. This is it.
Eat it.
And I got all the gems in this part. This is it, guys. We're about to face it off against Gnasty Gnorc. Now, Gnasty isn't hard per se himself, it's more of the level that's difficult. Like, remember when I said that there's a boss other than Jarkus that runs away a lot in the last video? Well, that's Gnasty. So without further ado, let's begin. We're about to confront the first villain of the first game. That's right, Gnasty isn't the main villain of the whole series. Unlike Crash that has a main villain, which is Cortex, Spyro doesn't have a main villain. There he is. Got that key. So yeah, like this part you're just chasing these egg thieves that have the keys to unlock the area where Gnasty is hiding at. I mean standing at. He's not hiding. You can clearly see him there. Almost there, almost up to him. Got him! Now let me go back just in case I missed any gems or that. Gotta get all those beautiful gems. Look at that, you can even hear Gnasty from here. Here's it, guys. Here we go. Damn it. Yeah, you gotta keep up with Gnasty. Okay, this part you gotta be careful right here. Because of the platforms.
You're toast, Gnorc.
Yep, that's it. Here's the sheep. Gotta get the sheep.
Sorry it took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Gnasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
Spyro.
I'd say the sky's the limit.
So So yep, that was Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do the 100% run one of these days. It's really long. Like, there's a valid reason why I didn't do the flying levels, because it would have taken the game longer than it already is. And like I said, I have my 30-something limit rule.
Gnasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
So yeah, this right here is Gnasty's treasure room. Here he has like a bunch of gems and stuff. Like, it's a secret level that you could go into. And you gotta complete the game 100% in order to do it. But like I said, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, because all it shows is like the real ending cutscene, like the cutscene that shows up when you completed the whole game and you got nothing else to do. So yeah, this is a short video, and this was a really good gameplay. So I really like how they remade Spyro 1. It was really good, and I really also liked what they did with the dragons. Like, I really like they gave the dragons their own design, because if you look at the original game, the dragons did not have their own design. They all were the same, they were the same color, like, yeah, it was just bland. I really like that they gave the dragons their own unique designs and everything, and especially how it matches the worlds that they came from. And as for Spyro, I really like him. I like how they made his design look a better version of his original one. You could definitely say he looks way better than how he did in Skylanders, and especially in the Legend of Spyro franchise, where his head was like mad big. So, yeah. And then, of course, Gnasty Gnorc, he was a good villain. Basically, his whole reason is that Gnasty just doesn't like the dragons. The Gnorcs and the dragons have always been at war, and he didn't like it that the dragons never took him like a serious threat. Gnasty is mentioned in other games, and originally there was planned to have a game where he teamed up with another Spyro villain, who I'll mention once I'll get to the third game. But Gnasty does make a return in another Spyro game. Like, he makes a return in one of the old ones. Like, he makes a return in A Hero's Tale, and where he's not a main villain, he's the main henchman for the villain in A Hero's Tale, which is the original Spyro 5. And then he also makes a return in the new Crash Bandicoot racing game, like the remake of Crash Bandicoot CTR, which is the Crash racing game, and Gnasty is a downloadable character in that game, as well as Spyro and one of Spyro's friends. And Gnasty Gnorc also makes a return in another Crash Bandicoot game for the phone, Crash Bandicoot on the Run, which is basically like Crash's version of Temple Run. So, yeah. So it seems like Crash is doing stuff with Gnasty. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, Gnasty, he's only mentioned, but he's never really done anything in the original games. Like, only in A Hero's Tale, but even in that game, he's not a main villain. He's a henchman. And he's even the first boss in that game. But he's my favorite boss in that game, other than another one. So, I'm going to end this video here, guys. So, in terms of Gnasty himself, like I said, none of the bosses in this game are challenging per se. Like, they're only challenging from their attacks and what they could do in the arena. But Gnasty is more of the platforms you got to watch out for. When you're chasing the key guys, you got to keep up with them. Once you get close to them, do this. Once you get close, fire breathe on them. It'll really make things easier. And as for Gnasty himself, it's the platforms that when you're chasing him, you gotta be careful. Because you see when I was chasing him over the lava, you see that the platforms were closing. And I always got frustrated with that when I was younger, because the platforms were closing that. But in terms of Gnasty himself, he just goes down in 2 fire breaths, and that's it. And in terms of how much of a good boss Gnasty was, he's actually really interesting. His motives are clear. He hates the dragons because him and the Gnorcs are always been enemies, and also he just doesn't like it that the dragons don't consider him a threat. So he made it clear that, yeah, he is a threat. So I'm going to end this video here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough and this game. As a ranking as a whole, even though this isn't the original Spyro 1 game, I give this game a 10 out of 10 because, again, they got all the details of the first game down perfect, but made it better. Like, they made it better with every detail. Like, this is way better than Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition, where the GTA characters from 3, Vice City, and San Andreas all look ugly. Spyro looks amazing here. In fact, I hear rumor that Toys for Bob is making a 4th Spyro game, and they're going to give Spyro this same design. I hope they do keep this same design, because this design of Spyro looks great. And as for the gameplay, the platforming was amazing. It was great. And I really liked the enemies. If I have to rank which enemies were my favorites, it has to be, shockingly, the dogs. The dogs from the first level where we battled Toasty, they were difficult. They're arguably the most hardest enemies in this game or in the whole franchise, because they take more than one hit to kill. And unlike the Gnorcs who were wearing armor, hence why they were going to take more than one hit to kill them, this isn't the same with, of course, the dogs, because they don't wear armor. They're the only non-armor enemies where you gotta hit more than once, and they do a lot of damage to you, like the way they attack and that. And as for my favorite boss, if I have to pick, again, none of the bosses are really challenging themselves. There were only 2 bosses that I can say that they were challenging. 3 bosses in this game that were challenging per se, and that was Toasty, Metalhead, and Gnasty Gnorc himself. Toasty's only difficult because of the dogs. Metalhead is difficult because his attacks do a lot of damage. He does like more than just one attack, unlike the other characters. And Gnasty Gnorc is mostly hard because of the platform. But if I have to pick which one is my favorite, it's Gnasty Gnorc. Gnasty Gnorc, not only he's a good final boss for this game, but he's also made sure that you put all the platforming to the test. Like, they catch you off guard with the platforming. Like, really, they catch you off guard with that. So I'm going to have to end this video here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe to the channel. Check out my TikTok and Instagram. This is a good remake of the first game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next time when we come back, we're going to play another video game. I'm going to leave Spyro 2 and 3 for another day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just like with Jak and Daxter, I'll leave their games for another day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe to the channel. Check out my TikTok and Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time when we do yet another video game playthrough. And I hope you guys enjoy spring break. This is Gwave signing out. Peace, God bless, and have a good day or night, depending on what time you're watching this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!